Hey guys, it's your brujacarrieliz here to do a quick little love reading for my beautiful collective. You know what time it is. Grab your coffee, your tea, your wine, your weed, whatever it is that you need, and come hang out with me. Hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's morning where I'm at. But good evening, good night, whatever time you're watching this. Of course, this reading is going to be timeless and this reading is going to be general. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so literally, I was actually cleaning house. I was actually cleaning out my desk and like the decks that I have. I was swapping out decks that are more for like fall and winter for me and swapping them out for spring and summer decks. And Spirit was like, you know what you haven't done in a while? You haven't done a love reading. So we're gonna just dedicate a love reading for you guys. It's so funny. They just put in my head, oh my goodness, I feel like this has popped up in other readings before too, but like, I'm a New England girl, so and I don't even know if she's a radio talk host anymore, but it used to be like Delilah that would like do late night, and she would do like song requests, and she did a lot of like lovey-dovey stuff. I don't know why that popped up in my head, but it's almost just like if you have a person on your heart, you have a song request, like this is for you. That's just what kind of popped into my mind. All right, so let's tap in. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are ready for the messages that Spirit has for you. You know, sometimes we have to like get ready because sometimes we're not really like fully prepared for the messages that Spirit has. They're just like popping up with shit and you're like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, was not ready to be dragged, but all right, let's see what's going on. And like I said, I've swapped out a lot of my normal decks, so we're gonna be starting off with a little bit different thing, different flair. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the messages from the Mermaids deck and see how Spirit wants to go with this love reading. Messages for collective's highest and greatest good in regards to love. What does this collective need to know? What does the collective have on their heart and their mind? What they're healing, what they need help with. So let's see what's going on. We have Free Spirit that flipped in the deck. Yeah. You know, collective, I feel like you're just one of those people that you're just not regular degular. Like you cannot just have anybody come into your life. You know, whether you're very much this free spirit, whether you're super creative or artistic, whether, you know, you're on the spectrum, whether, you know, like whether you're super spiritual, like there's something about you that's very different, quirky, weird, out of the norm. And like I feel like you need someone that understands that. You need someone that kind of matches your freak, you know what I mean? All right, so let's tap in and see what Spirit has to say. It's so interesting too because they had me put on this like white dress, and for me, anytime I see white, it's almost just like purity, but I also get to, this is like starting over for someone. This is, you know, collective, this could be starting over. Like you're starting over in life, you're starting over in relationships, or you're giving yourself a chance. Like there's something to that. We have deep dive and recognition. Yes. I definitely get the sense of you focusing on yourself, focusing on self-care at this point in time, but also doing a deep dive as to why certain relationships did not work out in the past, why you had certain cycles that you had to learn, that you had to go through. I also feel like too, you're recognizing your worth, you're recognizing that you deserve better, you deserve someone that really matches up with you in that sense. Maybe you've been with people that you were kind of like opposites, And you know that phrase of opposites attract, but it's almost just like, what did you have in common? Because yes, opposites can attract, but it's like, were you friends? Like, were you compatible in any sense of the word? You know, relationships have to make sense. You know, they can't just be like, oh, you just mash two people together and like, see how it goes. That doesn't always work for people. Do you respect each other? Do you love one another? Can you know, trust one another? You know, there's many things that make a relationship whole and complete. And yeah, collective, I just get that you're having a better understanding of your wants and your needs in relationships and how you want to move forward with that. I get the sense that you're learning yourself more. And I feel like too, maybe you were in relationships at a time that you really didn't know what it is that you wanted, or you didn't really know yourself, and you were growing and evolving. You could have grown out of love with people. You could have become distant with people. You could have understood that your morals and values are really important, and that like whoever you were with before, they just didn't align. It just wasn't a good match. Yeah. There's something here too about like innocence. Maybe you feel like you were naive in past relationships, or there was something about someone really kind of taking advantage of you in the past. I also get too a sense of like kind of winging it, like it's okay, like love will guide us, or you know, there's something about that. Like someone just felt like, looking back on things, they feel like I was really young and dumb or really naive in, you know, past relationships, and like wishing you did something differently. Okay, but understanding too, guys, like we can't go back and redo the past. So it's just like, how are you going to move forward from that? How are you going to, you know, do things differently this time around? Okay, so let's see what's going on. Yeah. You're needing to really trust yourself, your inner wisdom, your own guidance, maybe even your spirit guides too. There's something about trust that's very important here. Maybe people have broken your trust in the past, so this is something that you're learning to do. Especially if new people come into your life, you're learning that, yeah, trust kind of has to be earned with you. It has to be something that you take step by step. Yeah. We've got gentleness here. Like someone new has to approach you in a very different way. They can't be super aggressive. They can't be super pushy, because you'll think it's like love bombing. You know, someone really has to take their time to build that trust with you, build that understanding, build that friendship with you. And if it's not in that way, then it's kind of like you're going to push them away or self-sabotage. But I definitely get the sense of you needing to trust your own inner voice when it comes to other people in your life, when it comes to relationships. It's so funny too, because they're pointing out, I have like a little raven here, and it was kind of just like pointed my way. And I feel like spirit has definitely given you guidance and wisdom in regards to love, and maybe you've ignored it in the past. And looking back on it, kind of like, I should have trusted that voice. I should have trusted that inner wisdom of like, hey, it's time to end things, or maybe this isn't the best person. I feel like there's a sense of like rose-colored glasses when it comes to love, just in general for you. You kind of put your blinders on when it comes to someone that you really like, when it comes to someone that you're really interested in. And I get the sense that you're learning to trust yourself. You're learning to take things slower, having a slower approach, because then you're able to really think and able to really recognize, is this person a good fit with me? Is this relationship beneficial in my life? Is it just something that's, so funny, as it flipped over, memories. Yeah, is it something that reminds you of the past? That's something that's so important. Like if something is very kind of nostalgic in a way, you have to see like, why? What reminds me of this past relationship? What reminds me of, you know, this past person? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Okay, yeah. And again, we have the innocence. Yeah. I get the sense that collective right now, you could be doing this deep dive and really in the past when it comes to your thoughts and relationships. I also have like a Hertz music going on in the background, and it is for Archangel Raphael. It's very green, so I get a lot of heart chakra healing, and a lot of that is doing that deeper dive, is looking at past relationships, is taking a look at our choices, taking a look at the things that we could have done differently, and recognizing that it's okay. Like, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay to move forward. It's okay to make different decisions for yourself. As long as you're willing to open up and recognize like what didn't work out in the past, and recognizing like, yeah, it's okay to let that go, and I'm gonna do something differently this time around. Okay, so let's see what's going on. It's so funny too, because they're pointing out like my hair, I had this tied up and it was definitely a lot more smoother, and it's kind of gotten puffy, and I get in a sense, collective, like there's something wild about you. There's something about you like letting down your hair, and there's something wild about you. It's unruly, untamed, and I get the sense that you're very protective of that. Yeah, there's something about maybe people having taken advantage of that, or really getting the sense of like wanting to try to break you in a way because you were so wild and free and like happy. You have a light, you have a spark about you, collective, that's very different. I get the sense too that if you almost like polled people from your past, they'd be like, have you ever dated someone like this person, collective? Like, have you ever dated someone like this, collective? And people would genuinely say no. Like, they're one of a kind. There's no one else like this person, because that's what they're saying, collective, that you're one of a kind, you're unique. Like, people in the past will not find someone else like you, because you're different, and it's a very good kind of different. You're very memorable, collective, and for some people, they will remember you for the rest of their lives just because of the friendship or interactions that they've had with you, and for some people will love you until, you know, the rest of their life, because either whether they messed up a relationship or whether it was time to part ways, for whatever reason, there's still something about you, collective, that will be ingrained or stuck in their mind. Okay, I guess we're going in deep, like, damn. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock too. I definitely get the sense of things had to happen in a certain way, in a certain order, and it's still time to move on. It's like progress, moving forward. It's not time to... They just put the song in my head. It's like 1 step forward but 2 steps back. No matter what I do, you're always mad, and I can't live without. I can't remember the name of the song, honestly. But I just get the sense of when you're rethinking about the past, it's not so much about you actually taking 2 steps back and going back to those kinds of people, right? It's just kind of recognizing like, this is where I was at in my point in life. This is what I was attracting. This is what came into my life. This was a lesson, and it's okay to understand it and dive into that moment, but you don't have to actually physically go back to those people, physically go back to that time period. You don't have to relive that in order to heal, if that makes sense, especially if some relationships could have been really traumatic for you or really difficult to get over. Okay, so I just wanted to give you that reassurance, like, you don't have to go back to those people. You don't have to relive that. It's more or less just understanding. I feel like some of you need that closure or that understanding of that relationship, because I feel like some of you could have suppressed things, some of you could have pushed things aside, left it for a rainy day, and this is where Spirit's like, no, now it's time to address these things. Now it's the perfect time for you to address these things, especially if you're single or you've been single for a while, or you're about to have someone new come into your life. There's things that Spirit wants you to address, that certain unhealed wounds don't spill over to the next relationship. Okay, all right. Simple enough, right? I say it like that because sometimes when Spirit gives us messages, I'm like, yeah, easier said than done. You know, some people it takes years to process, you know, heartbreak, relationships, loss, like all of that. can take years to build trust again within yourself, within others, like allowing other people to come in. So that's why I'm like, this is not something to be taken lightly. This is not something that's, you know, a hee hee ha ha. This is, yeah. And again, Spirit is saying and reminding you that you're worthy of so much more. And yeah, I get the sense too that some of you guys could just need a hug. Like you could just need that reassurance of like, it's okay to let love into your life. It's okay to, you know better now. That's what they're saying. You know better now. Hindsight is 2020. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see what else. Let's see what else. We're going to tap into the Midnight Hour Oracle and the C'est La Vie Oracle by Missy from Saltwater Heals Tarot. I love her Oracle decks. I hope she comes out with more. So let's see. I kind of combine these two decks. I love the vibe that they give, the messages that they kind of, when they're mixed together. I also like a really thick, you know, stack for Oracle decks. So let's just see what's going on for my beautiful collective, messages they need to know. Guys, shooting star, make a wish, manifest, believe. Yeah, that's the thing, collective. You're taking your time and healing. You're taking your time to process things, because when you are ready, like Spirit wants you to really feel like you're ready to let love in. Because I feel like if the right person showed up in your life right now, you'd almost panic, or you'd be like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you're getting ready to manifest. You're getting ready to allow someone to come in, and even just believing that love is for you, because maybe some of you have shut that down. We have the rainbow here with a miracle, God's promise, good luck. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you've almost like shut down that it's not an internal clock, but just the ability to like let love in. That's why I feel like heart chakra healing is so necessary at this point in time. Yeah, you guys could have been shielded, protected at this time. We have angelic protection here from other relationships, or from people that would try to ruin you, to try to break you, people that would try to, you know, do more damage than necessary, especially in a time where you really just need healing. You really need to be on your own, and you really need to process things. We have Starry Sky, Infinite, Cosmic, Galactic. And again, I love so much that these both came up, like Shooting Star. You could be looking up at the, God, they're putting that Selena song stuck in my head. Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stay up and think of you. That could be one of your favorite songs. But that could be what you're doing. You're staying up late at night thinking about love, thinking about like hoping and wishing and praying for love to come into your life. And I get that you're gonna have some kind of luck or a miracle, or you're manifesting love to come in. There could be a breakthrough here. For some of you, you recently could have done like a road opener candle, or you're needing to do a road opener candle to kind of break any blocks that are blocking you from allowing new things to come in, new experiences to come in, new opportunities. Okay, yeah, we have hope, discovery, and clarity too. You're getting clarity on, guess what? A manifestation is about to come through. Are you ready? For some of you too, it comes in with abundance, because I just picked up the deck and this was sticking out. Also, some of you are very intuitive, and I just feel like some of you feel it, because they put that scene in my head from, what is it, Halloween Town, when the little girl was like, someone's coming. It's that kind of energy of like the anticipation and excitement of like, you know it, like deep inside, you know, like oh my gosh, someone's about to come into my life. There's gonna be some kind of shift or change, and you're just like waiting for it. It's that anticipation. It almost feels like too, like you're on a roller coaster and you're in that front seat, and you're about to just like hit that drop, take that leap. You're about to see the full like, oh my gosh, here we go. And that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like to me. But it also comes with money. Very interesting that a relationship and love could come in together. Yeah. So interesting too. We have lightning here at the bottom of the deck, sudden unexpected announcement, and we have a soulmate. We have soulmate coming in. So not only do you get abundance and soulmate that comes in, it's like that. It's instant. It's unexpected. And like intuitively you feel it. For some of you that are divine feminines, if that resonates with you, yeah, you feel it. You can tell that it's about to happen. It's about to come in. Whether this is like a confession or like suddenly you get a promotion, you get more money coming into your life, and you also get a soulmate. It's like you get both at the same time. This is like sudden, unexpected, and they keep saying it. It's just like it suddenly comes in. Because they also put in the song, suddenly I see, this is what I want to be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. Very interesting. At the bottom of the deck too, we have vain. We have pride, ego, arrogance. There could be someone that's bearing witness to this, that is watching you get it all, watching you get more money, watching you level up, watching you get a soulmate. Like, wow. And it's like lightning. Lightning strikes. When lightning strikes, guess what? Everyone around can see that. It's very obvious, and it's like, it just, whew. Interesting. Very interesting that this is coming out like this too, but I definitely get there could be someone that is watching. We have strength here too. So interesting too that all these cards that are so positive, right? They're so, it's just like they're overexposed. There's this overexposure here of like strength and soulmate and abundance. It's like you're not expecting it, and it's so bright. It's so like in your face. There could be someone too that's expressing romantic feelings that are just like so out of the ordinary for you. Like you feel, what? When did this happen? Like it's just going to be something that shocks you. Kind of throws you off balance, I get too. Kind of throws you off balance. You weren't expecting this at all. And that's what they're saying. It's like, surprise! You were not expecting this. But I also think too that some of you, they're saying that you can be really hard-headed or strong-willed with the strength card, because that's what I got. Like, it's not so much of like, oh, you're gonna need the strength to like make a decision. I just get that you're very strong-willed and can be hard-headed, and the person that comes in has to be able to match that energy in the sense of understanding that, and not feeling like you're dominant or you're like overbearing, but like understanding like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna let her do her thing, or I'm just gonna let him do his thing. Like someone that just sees that as a positive within you. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like I wanted to ask, like, collective, have you ever had someone say like, you're doing too much, you're too much? Like, this is not that person. The person coming in is not going to be telling you that. The person coming in is going to be like, I recognize that, and that's a good part of you. That's a strength of yours. They're going to appreciate that side of you. And again, shooting star. I love it. Ooh, I cannot. Like, look at how light these cards are. Just the light is, it's overwhelming. The blessing that you have coming in. We have ascending higher. Oh, and again, the shooting star card, it slid and it's the rainbow. Again, and something is revealed. And also making your mark. Guys, you are making your mark. You're making your mark. Some way, somehow, and this is bringing abundance in. And again, candle, hope, clarity, guidance. Like, you guys are going to be getting some kind of clarity, and for some of you it's because you've done a candle, you've done some kind of like ritual for yourself, or self-love, or attracting love, manifesting, or a road opener. There's something to that you're asking for something to come in, and it does. We also have the card of surrender. It's like allow love to come in, allow this blessing to come into your life. We have sudden change here. Oh my gosh, I know this is so hard to see. We have sudden change, and it's a huge wave. It's a huge wave that comes in, and it's like, if you've ever been to the beach, like, never turn your back on a wave, because that shit will sweep you up, and then suddenly you're like, it catches you up. Like, I just see someone like getting swooped up, having their feet kind of kicked out from under them, because it's suddenly you're like swept off your feet. That's what they're saying. Suddenly you're swept off of your feet, collective. This is what that kind of love is gonna do to you. It's gonna sweep you off your feet, and you're not even gonna know head to tail like where you're standing. Okay, so let's see what else. What else is coming in? You're manifesting a love that's gonna literally sweep you off your feet. Very nice, very nice. I like it. I like it so much. You know what's so funny? Because they're pointing out that card with the pride, the arrogance. I don't know about you guys, but like lately, and I had to watch this movie twice, like the 2005 version of Pride and Prejudice with like Keira Knightley, and oh my god, the Mr. Darcy in that movie. Like, for some of my book nerds that love Jane Austen, or even just movie buffs too, because it was the movie that really like had that impact. The Mr. Darcy in that movie was so awkward and so adorable. Like, he was such an introvert, and it was funny because I remember years ago watching this movie thinking, oh my god, he was so fucking mean to her. And then like later on just kind of watching it, like I recently watched this the other day and just thinking, he was so awkward because he was so like unbearably shy and like such an introvert, and like I saw him in a different way. And collective, for some of you, you may see someone in a different way. Like, if you know this person that's coming in and confessing feelings or just expressing romantic feelings, and that was never the case before, you may get caught off guard, because it feels like that. It feels like that moment, like they're putting in my head that moment when like, oh my gosh, what's her name? Elizabeth? Like ran out to that like little pavilion area when it was raining, and he just like asked her to marry him, and she was like, what? Like, you're the last person in the world I would ever like want to marry. Like, it was just one of those moments that I was just like, it's interesting that they're putting this in my head, but I get that you could have someone that maybe they're quirky, maybe they're introverted, maybe it would catch you off guard for them to have feelings for you, and you're just like, wait, what? But yeah, it's something that's gonna throw you off. This is gonna be like, what? And I don't mean like throw your pH off. I mean like, this is gonna be a major surprise for you. Major surprise for someone to come in and be like, oh, by the way. By the way, yeah. And again, we have the sudden change card. And we also have ritual. We have spell work, manifest magic. I'm telling you, so if you guys have done like a candle, like if you guys were trying to do some kind of, this could have been glamour magic, right? To like improve your looks, improve your self-confidence. This could have been, you know, what is it? They're putting this pink and green candle in my head. I think it's the one with the hummingbird. I don't know if it's chupa or what it is, but it's something to attract love in. Like, if I'm telling you, one of you in the collective must have done this, because they're like putting it so blatantly in my mind of like a candle. You did this could have been like a while ago too, that you were trying to manifest love in during a certain moon cycle, and it's like, it's coming in. I'm telling you, it's coming in. Some of you have to do spring cleaning. When I tell you, like, the way spirit channels messages through me, and I think back on you guys, like I had mentioned in the beginning of this reading of, hey, I cleaned out my decks and I was rearranging stuff because things were getting stagnant. Literally, Spirit is saying like emotions, memories, things that you're holding in your heart right now could be stagnant, and it's time to clean house. Like past relationships, even viewpoints of how you view love or view other partners or view people coming into your life. There's something about that that's shifting and changing your perspective. And this is going to allow love to come into your life. This is going to allow, and I get a perspective of how you feel about yourself, your worth, like what you're deserving of. And I get that this is changing even the abundance that you have coming to you, because there's something about you, the way that you were thinking about yourself, the way that you were viewing even money or abundance, things coming in, prosperity, love, like there's something that's tied to your heart in regards to that. And the way that you're going to heal this, when I tell you like love and money are coming in, maybe you were manifesting both at the same time, or there's something, a desire or a need to like level up. I'm telling you, your mind's going to be blown. And I really hope that when this happens, like comment down below, because I want to know what this is that comes in for you. Like if it, like literally if you get love and money at the same time, like I just want a green heart in the comments, for real, because I want to know like your manifestation came true, or even like a shooting star, either one, a green heart, a shooting star, something. I just want to know. And I love that so much. I love when my clients like come back to me and they're like, hey, guess what? And I'm like, bitch, what? Yes, I love that. I love that feedback, because it all comes full circle. It all comes freaking full circle. Did I not just talk about cleaning house? Like, did we not just have this conversation? Because I feel like I'm repeating myself and these fucking cards just flipped out. Like, did we not just say this? Did we not? Do you read that? Broom, cleaning house, freedom, protection. I'm telling you, you're cleaning house from someone that could have been deceptive, someone that could have been a trickster, someone that, you know, someone too that could be watching you and they're kind of hidden. Because you don't see their face. Yeah, but someone that like, guys, we have the twin flame card that came in with fucking flamingos. Wow, guys, you're really like, when you know this already, you know this. You absolutely know this. You know that you releasing and letting go of someone from your past, someone you've had an experience with, whether or not you think they were a twin flame or they were a false flame, whatever the fuck, because there's so many different definitions for twin flame and what that journey is, especially on the internet. You already know that there's love that's coming for you, that there's love I'm telling you. And they keep putting Selena in my head because I'm over here like, como la flor. And honestly, April 16th, that was her birthday. That would have been her birthday, her solar return. So, don't mind me. I'm such a Selena stan. I love her so much. Like, she was gone way too quickly. But the red rose with love, passion, romance, and crystal ball with divination, intuition, fortune telling. Like, I'm telling you, you guys know that there's love coming for you. You know, because you've been manifesting it. You fucking know. You little brujito, brujita. Like, you know. You freaking know. Alright. So let's see. What else? Yeah, we have, oh my gosh, not me mentioning her, and like it says grief, mourning, sadness. Yeah, there's someone here too in the collective that could be grieving at this time, could be mourning, and like allow yourself to feel those feelings, allow yourself to grieve. Some of you could be like a widower. Yeah, I definitely get if that's your story, right? Because this is not for, like, when I tell you I'm reading for a collective, I'm reading for a group of people, like whatever time you come across this, if this part of it resonates for you of being a widow, allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to have this time to process. Do not rush things. Do not feel the need to like hop into another relationship. Do not feel the need to be pressured to move on. Allow things in due time to happen. Okay. telling you, the starry sky came up again. Some of you could just love doing this, like staring up at the sky. They're reminding me of, oh my gosh, they're putting the scene in my head of, because sometimes that's what spirit does, okay? I either get songs channeled, movies that get channeled, shows, whatever, but like they put the visual in my head. And I'm getting from the movie Practical Magic when Sally was a little girl and she did that spell so that she wouldn't die of a broken heart. And it was Amas Veritas, which I believe it translates to true love, like amor verdadero, like true love. And it's just, I believe Amas Veritas is in Latin. But she did this spell so that it was for someone that like she thought could never exist, and so she was summoning this person because she thought this person could never exist, and if he doesn't exist, I'll never die of a broken heart. And she did this spell in the night, and she looked up at the night sky, and they're literally showing me like that scene where she was holding the bowl and the flowers are floating up in the air. When I tell you guys, I'm so telling you, like, that's what they're channeling to me, that someone did spell work to attract love because they do not want to die of a broken heart. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I can't. We have umbrella here, shelter, protection, hidden. We have the crow here with omen, magic, announcement. Like I said, my little crow that popped up. It was so funny too, because driving home, I saw a crow like as I was leaving work, and he had one leg, he had one foot, and I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. Don't mind me, I love all animals. But look at this. Skull, death, rebirth and transformation. Dude, with the grieving. Wow. Yeah, this is huge, guys. Yeah. Decisions too. You have a decision to make. Wow. For some of you, you've definitely been hidden from new love, new relationships, because you still needed to grieve and mourn past relationships. You still needed to process things. This could also be something that is fresh for you, collective. This could be totally unrelated to like a love relationship. This could have been more platonic or family, that you're dealing with a death in the family, and they're saying to take that time to grieve and mourn. You're protected during this time. There's some kind of decisions that you're needing to make during this time as well that could be heavy on your heart. Wow. And I feel like I'm just getting like emotional even talking about this, because I usually don't get death that pops up in readings. Not like that. Like I have 𝕭𝖵𝖏 muerte here, and when I tell you, like, it's different. It's different when actual like physical loss comes through in readings. And trust and believe, I deal with death day in, day out with the type of job that I do. So I have a full understanding of like, there is birth that comes in and new life that comes in, but there's also death. Like, death is something that we have to deal with. It's just a part of life. It's a part of the things that we experience. At one point or another, we're going to experience close loss. Either death of, a close relative, friend, loved one. It's part of life. And if this is your journey, this is where you're at in your journey, I am so sorry. My condolences, truly. And I hope and pray that you give yourself that space and time to process things, to grieve, to reach out to community when you need it. And yeah, because this doesn't feel like a transformation, rebirth moment. This feels like you could really be actually going through a physical loss right now, and there's decisions that you're needing to make at this time. And it's like, it's also like they're putting a reel in my head of someone that said the choice in the partner that you make is so important, because especially when they say like in sickness and in health, like have a partner that's in your life that's understanding of you when you're going through a hard time, a very difficult time. That's so telling of their character, of what type of person they are when you're going through loss, when you're going through a very difficult time. You want someone in your life that has your back. You want someone that is that rock for you, because you in turn would be that for them. There's something so significant and important for this reading in regards to that. I also get too that there could be ancestors or past loved ones that have protected you and shielded you from further heartbreak, and that they're helping to bring someone into your life. They're helping to, alleviate this sadness. Yeah, I totally get that. That there's someone on the other side that is helping to bring someone in. They're helping to usher them in, because they're putting in my head, and like I'm like, I don't want to cry. I've been so like happy-go-lucky, but they're literally putting in my head, like, you know when the bride walks down the aisle and there's someone that walks them down? It's so interesting because they're not walking down the bride, right? They're walking down the new person. They're walking the partner into your life. That's what Spirit is putting in my head. Like you two would meet each other at the altar together, but a loved one of yours is bringing them forward as like, hey, this is the person that is right for you. This is the person that you've been protected and shielded from, to wait and meet up with this person. I hope that translates well and that makes sense, because that's like physical, like that's what they're showing me in my head, of your loved one on the other side is bringing in a new person for you. Like they're handing them off to you, like, yeah, hand chosen. Take note of that. Oh my gosh, goodness. And it's kind of up to you to decide of like, all right, will I accept this new person in my life? Will I not? Choice is yours, right? We have free will in this lifetime. That's the beauty of, it's kind of like the beauty of the divine and God. Like we have that free will, we have that choice, and the choices that we make are so important, right? The choices that we make are so important. We never know like what will be a life-changing decision for ourselves, right? I love too that I'm talking about free will and freedom comes up. I see 4242 at the on the timer, so look up that angel number for you, collective. But when I tell you abundance and new love is coming your way, like I freaking can't. You have prosperity and making your mark. For some of you, there's career-wise is something that's going to flourish and overflow, because they're showing me a geyser. They're showing me like going to, I think it's what, Yellowstone? Yellowstone National Park, and they're showing me like a geyser. It's hot and ready. It's overflowing. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. My mind is blown right now, guys. Oh my gosh. I just have to like literally the geyser, and it says don't force it, let it flow, and if it flows in another direction, let it be. We have union, vows, soulmate, twin flame. We have chandelier with luxury. I'm like, I don't like, my voice is like shaky right now because I'm like, what the fuck, this is kind of scaring me in a way, but it's a good kind of scare. Luxury, glamour, wealth. And we also have another union card. Like, how many cards of like prosperity, union, wealth? Like, you get the double blessing, you get the double whammy. Also, I get the sense of heavy recognition too with making your mark. Oh my gosh. And for some of you that are grieving, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that like picture. I'm just remembering it distinctly because I remember a loved one of mine had a picture on their wall that was like, I don't know if it was Psalm 23 or what it was, but it was like a picture of like when times are hard, like with Jesus like walking with you or like carrying you, and like you weren't alone. Like the scripture or whatever it was written on there is so not coming to my mind, but the footprints in the sand are so there in my mind. In the times of your difficulty, you were being carried, you were being led, you were being taken care of spiritually. That's what they're saying. Okay, I the way that this reading is so deep right now, I'm like, do not cry, do not cry, do not cry. Because there's a sense of like, I'm so happy and excited and giddy, but the way that this is like poetry to me, I'm like, you guys, the heavy hitters right now, like, oh my gosh, yes, magical encounter. There's something so spiritual about this new connection that's coming in, because they're showing me that painting of, oh my gosh, who painted that? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the connection, it's the finger pointing. Like, they're showing me that painting, but it's like a connection with yourself and God, or like there's something magical about this encounter, this connection that is very spiritual. Like when you guys connect, it's like you feel it. It's almost just like an energy or vibration of like, it's like, it's you. It's you. Alrighty, well, yeah, I'm overwhelmed. Magical encounter is still on the bottom of the deck. I haven't even touched tarot, guys. Like, we've just been doing oracle cards. Goodness, all right, we're gonna tap into the Light Seers tarot. God, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. Anyone else? Because I'm over here like, wow. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, you are a catch, collective. 9 of Pentacles, like you have your shit together. You have a very, you're very emotionally intelligent, but like you have a very strong mind. Like you're very wise beyond your years. If you're younger or whatever, like you're very wise beyond your years. You've learned a lot of lessons. And what, it's because of the, I believe that's an owl, a snowy owl there. Oh, actually, no, that might be a hawk. Is that a hawk? Either way, like you're so on point. Yeah, like when I'm telling you, like, oh my gosh, there's this calling. It's like your soul is being called to take action in some kind of way, and this is going to lead you to prosperity. And when I mean it's going to lead you to prosperity, and also you're having love handed to you, like love is coming into your life, I mean it. And like it's so significant that money, prosperity, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're getting a promotion, you're getting recognized in some way, it's you against the world, and like the world shows up for you. It's like suddenly this windfall of abundance, it's like the floodgates are opening up, because they're showing me, like, you know how in springtime, like summertime up in the mountains, it's like the snow from the mountaintops start to melt and then the rivers start to overflow. You're like that. It's like suddenly things were kind of in hibernation for you and they start to overflow. Things start to flow in rapidly for you. Yeah, and what I'm telling you, you've gone through heartbreak in the past. You've definitely dealt with betrayal, heartbreak, loss. Like there's something here with you having dealt with your heart being broken, loss, something significant that has changed you to your core, but not changed you for the worse, changed you for the better. You've learned something significant through heartbreak. And that's what you're learning. You're grateful for things that did not work out in the past. You're grateful for the lessons that you've learned. You're grateful for the people that you've had, loved, and lost. There's something about that. It's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. There's something to that. And maybe that's someone's kind of mantra, because shit, I don't say that. I'm over here like, no. That's just not my thing. I'm grateful for lessons that I've learned and love that I've had, but sometimes I'm like, I should have poisoned that person. Like, I should have never had that person in my life. You know, like, I'm never like, I'm so grateful that I loved them. No, fuck that. Some people don't deserve you. But there's someone here in the collective, I'm so sorry. There's someone here in the collective that truly, like, they're grateful for every experience of love that they've had in their life, because the love that they've had before, it was great. And sometimes it sucks when that is lost. But that doesn't mean that that's the only love that you'll experience. Yeah. I'm telling you, going within isolation healing, you're in this healing moment of rediscovering yourself, healing your broken heart, you're repairing, you're on the mend, you're recovering. That's what they're saying. Oh my gosh, too, some of it too, like, you're learning to say things out loud, how you feel out loud. Some of you are almost like confessing, like, this was so difficult for me. My heart was broken. I was in pain. I was terrified. There's something about that, like speaking this out loud, whether or not you're writing. Some of you could be writing a book, some of you could be journaling, but there's something about the heartbreak that you've lost, the heartbreak that you've lost, the love that you've lost, or the experiences that you've had, that you're learning from. And in that lesson, you're writing about it, you're sharing about this, you're expressing yourself in some way, shape, or form that is going to be healing for others, whether this is through poetry, whether this is through music, whether it's writing, some type of way you're communicating this is coming out into the world, and this is going to help others. So don't count yourself out, collective. This is not like you're getting too old for love, or like it's not your, like, you, that train has passed, or, you know, like it's not going to be your turn or your chance anymore. Like, truly. Yeah. Oh, and you've been through strife, because I've seen the 5 of Wands in the Tower. What is this? The 2 of Cups? Get the fuck out. Hold on. I'm collecting myself right now. Hold on. Because you have, wow, the cards that fell out. I'll show you. I'm not taking this whole stack, but it was the 5 of Wands here with the Tower. Tower, 5 of Wands. Yeah. Some kind of either competition, strife, some kind of block, even internal struggle is being released. Holy crap, with the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Some kind of struggle, strife, competition, something's coming to an end. Some kind of argument is coming to an end so that union can come into play. 10 of Pentacles. That's the end all be all of a manifestation, right? The manifestation coming true. It's the culmination of all these things. And when I say that your soul is being called to move forward, your soul is being called to be your authentic self, I mean, do you see? It's like the soul is rising. Like, you're rising to the occasion. You're waking up to who you truly are. You're waking up to be who you're meant to be. Yeah. It's like the way that you wish to express yourself. And she's so free. She's so free in the way that she opens up into this pose, right? If you've been holding yourself down, holding yourself back, it's just this liberation of, now I'm open, now I'm free. Yeah, collective, if you've truly been holding yourself back out of fear, out of sadness, out of hurt, pain, whatever this is, truly, like, there will be times of celebration. There will be times of union. This is the 4 of Wands. This is also a marriage card. 10 of Pentacles as well. And we see justice here. We see justice. We see karma at play here to correct any kind of wrongs. And over on this side, because we had split the deck, is the 2 of Cups. Union, love. They're putting the song Everlasting Love. And it's so funny because I'm getting the cross of I think it's Donna Lewis. I love you always, forever, near or far, always, forever. Maybe there's someone that's a 90s baby, or an 80s or 90s baby here, like, say you love me forever, never stop. I love that song so much because it's so, like, peppy. Yeah, they put the cross of those 2 songs together. So I'm telling you, collective, maybe someone is finding that music is very healing for you at this time. when I tell you that love is here for you, that this union is here for you, that it's manifesting, and justice is here. Anytime I see justice, I think of Archangel Michael, and the amount of times that protection has come into this reading, the cards back to back to back, angelic protection. You have justice. You've had multiple cards of protection. Even that red umbrella, that card with the red umbrella for protection. Hello, like you've been hidden, protected, and you've been given the opportunity to heal, and you're really opening up to who you truly are. You're having this freedom. You're recognizing that you're free. You know, for some of you, you could have been a caged bird in a difficult relationship or a difficult situation that's come to a close, and you're recognizing, oh, the door is open. I can fly. I can be free. I can move on from this. You're liberating yourself. Yeah, we have forked road. Yes, direction change, free will. I cannot. Free will choice. Like the way that spirit, it's just, I love you so much. I see 5533 on the clock. Alternatives, the moment of truth, turning point, possibilities, change in circumstance. Yeah, not what it seems. You could have been dealing with something that was, you know, a head trip, confusing, unclear, not what it seems. Sleight of hand too, and it's taken time for you to repair. Yeah, it's time to kind of get out of the fantasy land and the illusions and the things that weren't working out, and really do the work, the healing work, so that you can be open to what's best for you. You can be open to new, you can be open to different possibilities. And I see too, like sexual fulfillment too, like really, I remember that moment when I said the geyser. Yeah, picture that in your head. And we have checkered flag here too. Oh my God, the last reading, this card came out too. Verdict, settled, the end, results, culmination, final chapter, endings, feeling relieved, completion. Yeah. Sexual fulfillment and the completion card together. What is this? It's sexual healing, sexual. Someone could be so cheesy with their song choices, because when I tell you, it's cheesy, it's very cheesy. We're gonna split the deck. Oh, yes. I'm telling you guys, you could be rejecting someone and you could be accepting someone else. Yeah, because we had Dear John at the bottom of the deck. Cold heart, truth, setting boundaries, divorce, strange situation, the end, cutting words, cutting cords. Something's not working. Yeah, I'm telling you. There could be someone watching you that comes up just as you're about to get your manifestation, just as you're about to get your blessing. And you have that choice. You have that free will of, do I take this person? Do I take this chance, this opportunity, or do I take that one? Which one? Because the choice at the end of the day is yours, collective. Alrighty, this is where I leave you. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and of course, if you want to book your own personal reading, candle service, Reiki, you're more than welcome to. My website is down below in the description bar. And if this is where I leave you, I'm sending you lots of love. Bye guys. See you on the next one.